the common ground would be if there is if there is actually an agreement of sorts on the level of level of exposure or a level of transparency that Iran brings into its nuclear program. I think that degree of transparency and that has to be sort of verified. There's the old symptom which says trust. I mean, trust but verify. I think their record of being trustworthy in the nuclear program is not very high. And I'm not talking about 1 or 2 years. I'm talking about literally over 2, 3 decades. Their approach has not been very helpful. I think if they agree to a certain degree of transparency, my sense is that the United States and its partners from Europe and all, they will be helpful in that regard. But having said that, I will also tell you there is a complication in the system, and that may be the reason, which is why Iran may be willing to talk today versus 3 days back or 4 days back. It is because they just exposed, like they exposed this Fordo nuclear facility many years back, was exposed. They also exposed other way that they have missiles that can go more than 2,000 kilometers, something that they had not publicly admitted in the past. And the fact that they attacked the island of Diego Garcia, even though they have sort of drawn that statement, said no, they didn't do it. But the fact is that has I don't know to what extent that letter has been given exposure in India. But all the major European countries have written a very strong letter of denunciation to Iran that changes the rules of the game. That they are now actually threatening all the European countries because they have the missile delivery system that can reach those countries. That changes the paradigm significantly. So it is possible today that they may feel that perhaps the United States is not as isolated as it was 4, 5, 6 days back, and the fact that they sent this missile over to Diego Garcia, I think that was I would call a technical mistake that Iran may have done, and that may be the reason why these talks have been accepted by them and are happening right now.